Welcome to the Low Grade Hero.
How's it going, guys? And I'm back with another video. Now, today we are going to be covering a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I've seen it around eBay, even Facebook, I've seen it around other places, but I don't really hear much about it. Not many people talk about it. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's talk about it because this is something that does need to be out there and needs to be grabbing some attention because it's kind of crazy. So today we are going to be covering Facsimile edition comic books. Now, if you don't know what those are, basically they're reprints. Reprints of old books who have major first appearances, key moments in comics. So, a la Hulk 181, Amazing Fantasy 15, Spider-Man 129, you know, you get the gist. Goes on and goes on. And they do these, I think, every month or every they just reprinted Captain America 117 for the first Falcon. So I'm not 100% sure when exactly they keep coming in, but they do it quite a bit. So basically what I am seeing over this last year, even 2 years, is that people are starting to slab these books and starting to sell them for a ridiculous amount of price. These books normally sell for $3.99, maybe $5, you know. But these are books that even I have some. Excuse me. Even I have some of those books, mainly to read. I have Amazing Fantasy 15 and Hulk 181. Just because I don't have those books, it's gonna be a while before I get those books. So I read the stories, you know, and that's it. Well, people are slabbing them up, so they are spending money, which it isn't cheap to send to CGC. So they are spending that money, getting it graded, and then putting it out in the market. I've seen New Mutants 98 a bunch of times, facsimile copies. People are trying to sell those for $100. $100 for a reprint. You might as well just save up another $100 and buy the real thing, because that is absolutely ridiculous. For $100, you can get a couple of first appearances, first print. You know, not a facsimile, not a reprint, nothing. First print. I've seen a couple of those, which I don't know if it's the same seller, but there has been a few. And then I've seen one. Basically, they were selling it for, starting price was $200. Luckily it didn't sell, but the fact that they are doing this is beyond me. It's beyond comics. Like, I understand there's probably new people in the comic book game that have no idea what they're buying or what they're doing. So they see that, you know, for 40, 50 bucks, and they're like, oh man, that's sweet, that's the first appearance of Deadpool. But they don't realize, because there are a few listings that don't specify it, and it's like you're misleading people. That's totally wrong, unethical, and obviously those people who do that should be banned from eBay and wherever they sell, because that is one of the most unethical things you can do. Luckily, I never fall into that trap, and I hope no one does. Anyone who is watching this video, you know, if you are new to the comic book game, make sure you read, make sure you look. The big thing that will show you that is reprint will be the price tag. Now, on the top left-hand corner, there will be the, you know, the main $3.99. That will let you know that is a facsimile edition. If it doesn't have that, and it has the whatever price it was for, I think like $1.98, then you get the real thing. So buyers, you have to be aware of what you're buying, because there are untrustworthy people out there that will screw you. And it irks me because, you know, we're supposed to be a comic book community, but there are a lot of people, comic book flippers, who are just in it for the money, which I guess every other collecting hobby that there is, there'll always be those kind of people. But someone who is passionate about collecting comic books for the sake of collecting, it irks me. And I'm sure people in the sports card game feel the exact same way, who are actual collectors. Because you got the collectors, you got the flippers, you got Comic Tom, and then you got the real collectors. That's a rabbit hole that I definitely don't want to go down. But I wanted to just go through eBay real quick because I did see a few facsimile copies here. Like Uncanny X-Men #1, $30 for a facsimile edition. That's way too much. You know, $10, that's still pushing it, but you know, these books are $3.99, and I understand. Well, you know, first prints were cheap. You know, 25 cents, 30 cents, blah blah blah. No. Right here, we have Incredible Hulk #1, the facsimile edition, for $100. This is graded book too. This is what I'm talking about right here. Graded facsimile. $60 for a Hulk 181. $60 for Amazing Fantasy 15. I mean, $70 for Fantastic Four #1. These books are meant for just to read. They aren't meant to be resold. I don't understand what people don't get about that. Everyone wants to make a buck, I guess, though, because money is the root of all evil. Tales of Suspense 39 facsimile, $60, $70 because after shipping. Again, a lot of these books are graded. I don't understand why they get graded. I honestly don't, because we all know that they are facsimile editions, and these are going to be worth nothing in the next 20, 30 years. Absolutely worth nothing. It doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense. You got Detective Comics 38 facsimile, $20. I would buy. Okay, so that I would actually buy $20 for First Robin, just to have, because that's a book that, now there are books that if you know you're never gonna get, $20 is a fair price for something that you know that is worth tens of thousands of dollars that you will never ever be able to purchase. So $20, I would actually buy that. But I mean, you got like Tomb of Dracula, $10, $50 for facsimile reprint. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So unfortunately, buyers do need to be aware of what they're purchasing, because they will get scammed. Especially people, I mean, I know people who are not into comics at all, but I have friends who are. Their significant other will buy them a book. They have no idea what they're purchasing, and then they will just buy it and then have no clue. So basically, you're just buying a reprint book for that person when, you know, they wanted the first actual appearance, and it sucks, you know. And then you have to go through this whole crap with eBay or PayPal or whatever, and it's just not fun, and you know, it shouldn't be allowed. So I feel, in my opinion, they should set a limit of price when it comes to facsimile editions, because people are getting a little greedy here. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on this topic here because I mean, I've seen it for a long time, and you know, I haven't seen anyone really talk about it, so I thought I'd talk about it, you know, and basically just go over it. You know, hopefully it's a little informative of people who are just getting into this hobby, so that way you aren't purchasing something that you aren't trying to buy. Because I mean, in our entire lives, that's always happened, you know, no matter what, whether it's comics, whether it's, you know, any other thing that we're trying to get into. So beware of what you're buying. Always read the fine print, because in the end, I don't want to see anyone get screwed. I don't want to be screwed. So that's basically the 411 on this. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I really appreciate you liking, subscribing, giving me a follow on Instagram. We're getting to about 1450 on the followers, and 1500 follower giveaway is going to be coming in soon. I got some pretty sweet books that are coming in that we will be giving away. And yeah, so I really appreciate you guys' time. Thanks a lot for watching, and until probably tomorrow, I'll see you then.